Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. So today we are doing the beautiful, ever so popular Smokey Eye. I decided to go with a really gorgeous look using warm browns. There's a little bit of coolness in there too because I used a beautiful pigment called Blue Brown from MAC that I'll tell you all about in the video. But this is really wearable. It's not that crazy like blacks and charcoal, Jersey Shore, nutso case. We're not doing that. So this is something that's really easy to recreate, and I'm going to give you all the steps and kind of the philosophies behind why we're doing each thing so that you can integrate your own colors. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to stick within my color palette. You want to use complementary shades, but you can apply anything. If you're really into the burgundies, use a burgundy tone. If you're really into purples, use purples. But just use the concepts that I'm going to give you in this video to create that really flawless, beautiful smoky eye. And you know you're going to hear the words blend, blend, blend a lot. So just mentally prepare and know that we're going there today. Okay, guys? So thank you so much. If you have questions, as always, please leave them in the comments below. Please thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, I love you guys. I appreciate so much that you tune in to hear what I have to say, and I love you. Have a great day. Bye, guys. Okay guys, so per usual, I'm going to prime my eyes using MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. This is by far my holy grail eye primer. My shadow never creases, wears all day. I can have a 16-hour day if I need to and still look gorge by the end of the day. Okay, so we are moving on to that Lorac Pro Palette. I'm using the beautiful color Taupe, such a gorgeous transition shade. Now, I want you to notice here, it's a little bit sloppy at first. So sometimes when you're using a clean brush, stuff doesn't go on as easily. MAC actually has a phrase or a thing that they tell their artists called journeying up your brush. So you take a clean brush, add some powder into it, kind of swirl it around, and it actually makes your product easier to apply. So you'll notice on this second eye here, everything goes on much smoother. So it's a little trick of the trade there. Sometimes if your makeup does not go on smoothly right away, you can add some powder to a clean brush and everything will buff on evenly. So there, as you can see, just the outer V and then taking it all the way up into my crease. You have to have a transition shade whenever you're doing a smoky eye to make sure that everything looks flawless. Now this was just a clean Sigma E40 brush. You are going to see this baby all throughout the video. You're going to be so tired of looking at this brush by the time it's done, but we are blending. Okay, so I'm going to take those two shades from the Lorac Pro Palette there, that was Sable and Espresso, on a more dense, really pretty round, fluffy blender brush, and going on the outer V there, really concentrating on that outer area. That is something that we're going to build upon the shadow that was already in the crease, and then take that same E40 brush and blend till your arms fall off. You are blending. So this is just making sure that you have no harsh lines. It's moving things slowly upward so that that crease area is a little bit more blown out, and then we're going to take the gorgeous shade from MAC. This is the pigment I talked about in my intro called Blue Brown from MAC, and I just take a little bit in the cap there as you saw, and then really focus it starting at the lash line, and then you slowly work your way up. You're never going to go above that transition shade in your crease because that's when things start to look crazy. Err on the side of going too close to your lash line, like keeping it lower on the lid than too high, because that's when you can always add more, girl. You can't take it away once it's on there very easily. So build your way up. Put that all over the lid and blend with Mr. E40. Tell me where to go. Tell me when to go. Just kidding. That was kind of weird. So not E40 the wrapper, E40 the Sigma brush. Blend, and the colors will kind of start to fade and buff out. That's totally fine. The name of the game in this smoky eye look is layering. So as you can see, I'm going back in with those same Sable and Espresso colors in that outer V, and we are just going to keep building. Rome wasn't built in a day. So we are trying to keep building upon, we're laying the foundation and blending out, buffing out, because part of that smoky look is that really smoky, buffed out, pretty blown out effect. So you just want to keep building, and we're going to build some more with that beautiful blue brown. So if you want it more subtle, you don't have to do this step. I just think this is such a gorgeous pigment that you can't go wrong. It looks like a little like I feel like Ariel in The Little Mermaid here, minus the red hair. It is just so gorgeous. And I absolutely love it. So number one trick when doing smoky eyes, do them first and have some baby wipes handy to wipe up the excess. So now I'm going to my very fave, the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner in Blackest Black. keeping that really, really close to the lash line. This is something where personal preference comes in, and you can decide how crazy you want your line to be. You don't have to do a wing. You don't have to make it crazy. This is really where your flavor, your style comes in, and you get to make it exactly how you want to make it. So, you know, I love me some cat eyes, girl. So we're going to do that, and I will spare you the time of doing both eyes. Voila. We're going to do my favorite L'Oreal Volumious, that mascara, and on to foundation. This is a foundation that I've heard so much about on YouTube. It's the Revlon Colorstay Whipped. It's the 24-hour foundation. My color is 220 in Nude. And this stuff, oh my gosh, I've been so impressed with it. It's a fuller coverage for sure, so you have to be wanting to wear a face full of makeup, but I've been so impressed, and it does actually look better throughout the day. So I just took a sponge, made sure everything was pressed into the skin, and then moving on to concealer. You know that I love my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is NW20, keeping things bright, but still within my correct color range. That deep V under the eye, on the nose, along the chin area, keeping things bright. And then I love to go in with my Beauty Blender, the same product that I was using before, just to press everything into the skin, keep it looking natural, no harsh lines on the face either, especially in those nose creases. You see me going over that area again. You really want to be careful there. In the corners of your eye, a lot of the concealer can gather, and that's where you look overly made up. So then with the cat eye and with the smoky eye, keeping it clean and crisp, you see I'm taking a clean foundation brush and really going over the edges and the lines and making sure that we don't have anything where the shadow is coming underneath your liner, because that's what looks sort of unprofessional and sloppy. So now we're just going to set everything with my Laura Mercier Translucent. This is my go-to girl. I use her every day, all over the skin, really, really light coat, and then onto some contour. So I'm going to use Benefit's Hoola bronzer with a little brush that it came with and just sculpt out some cheekbones. I know it looks a little harsh at first, but I'm just really creating that cheekbone that I am not working with naturally. So onto the Lorac TANtalizer. This is the baked bronzer. I'm just going to go all over the neck area, on top of the hairline, and over the cheeks, just really going in circular motions. I kind of like to do the number 3 from the top of your head, down your cheekbones, and then underneath your chin. So moving on to brows. When you are doing a smoky eye or any sort of dramatic eye, brows are so essential. You cannot skip your brows if you're doing a heavy eye. It frames your whole face. It frames your eye. If you have brows that are unfinished, nothing ruins a look quicker. It's crazy. So make sure you do those brows. Now I just decided to kind of go back over my lashes. I have falsies on there, so I just wanted to seal that line in, make sure you couldn't see it. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic, the Carbon Black. It's a liquid liner, and I'm going in my waterline there too, which a little bit, you have to be careful with that because a little bit can get in your eyes. So, you know, use it if you love it. If you don't, just use a regular old kohl pencil. Now I definitely want to go in and underline the bottom of the lash line just to seal everything off. So you can't just have the top, especially with a smoky eye, you have to really round out the look. So I took complementary shades under, and I'll list those colors below. Now MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This gives that dewy, you know, I have a lot of shimmer and like luminosity going on in the eyes, so I just wanted to tie the look together all over. And then I'm going to go in with my GloMinerals. This is in the color Hibiscus. I love this palette. It's so versatile. I use it in my kit all the time. I use it on myself. It's a really fantastic, fantastic shade. So finishing off, we're going to go back in with Champagne from the Lorac Pro Palette. I tried to keep everything in that palette, so, you know, you wouldn't have to be using 17 different, you know, eyeshadows. So right under the brow bone as a highlight, right in the inner corners of the eye area there, just to keep us light and bright and beautiful. Now moving on to lips. This is the NYX Lip Liner in the color Natural. I decided to kind of overdraw my lips a little bit and use the NYX Creme Brule Butter Gloss. So that is the final look. Hope you guys love it. If you have any questions, leave them below. As always, I thank you for watching and hope you have a great day. Time for some outtakes. Mazel. Requested because everyone wants to figure out how to use this look without looking like a crap. Dude, I'm in the middle of talking. I choose to do like a Jersey shore. Snooki. Don't want to look like Snooki. Old Snooki. New Snooki's like works out and has red hair and looks way cuter.